Hey everyone, Vinayak here. Single router setups are standard nowadays, but there is a tech that has been around for some time called the mesh Wi-Fi, and it's slowly becoming more affordable. So does this actually help paint the entire house with Wi-Fi as they claim? Let's find out. Earlier, you would set down all your money on the biggest, baddest single router that you can get for your Wi Fi networking needs. A single router needs to send a powerful enough signal that needs to pass through your walls, your floors, your doors, and even other obstacles such as metal, brick, and concrete, all the way to your Wi Fi device and also back. So, by the time the signal reaches the extremities of your house, the signal would have lost power quite a bit. Think of your Wi-Fi signal like a speaker. It has a maximum volume, and as you move away, the volume reduces. And if you are quite far away, you would only hear a faint sound. The same Wi-Fi signals can travel only to a certain distance before its strength starts to wane and eventually cut out. With the advent of mesh Wi-Fi, which is more stable and able to cover more of your house, it's equivalent to having a speaker in every room. So when you move to another room, another speaker caters to your music needs. That's the premise for how mesh networking works. Each room has access to a node similar to the TP-Link's Deco M5 which I have here, and it comes with 3 Deco units. One would be set up as the main or master node which would connect to the internet, and the other nodes would connect wirelessly to it to expand the signal. This unit is supposed to be able to cover 5500 square feet, which should handle most homes. If you have a bigger house, just add more nodes. Setting up and controlling the nodes is done via the Deco app. The device has a quad-core CPU with a maximum through output of 400 Mbps on the 2.4 GHz band and 867 Mbps on the 5 GHz band. It has 4 internal antennas, and for wired connectivity has 2 gigabit Ethernet ports. I would have liked at least one more, but I guess they added only 2 to keep the small form factor. It has Bluetooth 2, which is generally used for the initial setup process. Prices for mesh networking solutions are really high compared to a single router solution, and with mesh solutions going way above 20k, when I noticed that the Deco M5 was under 15k, I went for it. Let's get into the box. Here are the nodes, nicely laid out. The LED states on the right with what they mean, and also we have a QR code for the apps on Android and iOS. This is how the node looks, small and easy to almost hide away compared to the standalone routers. But they look really cool too, with a single LED on the top and a TP-Link logo. That's all the branding that's on the top of the device. We have 2 gigabit ports on the back and a power barrel port. And the underside of the router has rubber feet so that it doesn't slide around, and the holes look like vents. Similar design for the other nodes. Any node can be made into the master node, and if necessary can be switched between as needed via the app. Basically, the master node is the one connected to the internet. Under the sheet, we have a quick installation guide, an Ethernet cable, and that is quite thin actually. And these boxes are the power adapters for the nodes. Let's power one on and set it up as the master node. So connect the power and the Ethernet cable from the existing router to set it up. The LED on the node glows yellow, meaning it's booting up, and once it's pulsing blue, it's ready to set up. We need to install the TP-Link Deco app to set up the device. Log in with your TP-Link account. As my older router was already a TP-Link AC1750, I had an account. If you don't, just register and log in. Once in, tap the Let's Begin button. I have the M5 M1300 model. Tap on that. You're actually supposed to turn your old router off before setting up the Deco so as to not have any conflicts, but I am feeling lucky. Well, I did turn the Wi-Fi radios on my old router off before setup. The app uses Bluetooth to set up the nodes. Once connected, the LED turns green, and that was fast. I have named the router location the study as that's where the router would be installed. Enter the SSID name and a password and you're done. Your older router's Wi-Fi SSID should be off, as if you use the same name it will cause a conflict and you won't be able to set up the device. Let's add another node. So for the nodes we need only power. So power on, yellow on boot, and blue is ready to pair. Select your floor plan in the app if you are in a single or multi-story house. And it's found within a few seconds. Awesome! So let's set a name for the location is going to be placed. This is going to be the master bedroom. Similarly for the last node, and done. This one's named hallway. Now we just place them where they are required. The nodes just need the power, but the main master node needs the internet Ethernet cable and power. I was using my existing router to log into my internet, as entering the internet credentials was a bit confusing. But by sheer luck, I found it under the IPv4 settings, and now it's the only router in place. The second Ethernet port allows me to hardwire a connection to my studio. But if I had only one other port, I would have had my NAS drive here, as this location has access to an inverter line. But now I have to move it next to my computer to use the UPS. Now the reason for all this changeover. Let's test the speeds I am getting. So this is the speed I get right next to the main node, and this is the speed I get in the hallway. And these are the speeds I get in the master bedroom. All locations are getting good speeds and also are more stable. My streaming services seem to be playing instantaneously, and overall the devices are reacting much faster. So how is the performance of the mesh network after a few days? It is working way better than how the old router used to. Even using a repeater didn't actually help earlier. I now notice that the older router was kind of bottlenecking my internet, and everything is more snappy now, even on my TV and on my phones also. I did have a range extender, but range extenders generally lose half the bandwidth and need to be switched to manually from your phone maybe, and also maybe your TV. Some extenders do keep the same SSID, but the automatic switching that the mesh networking provides is not present in range extenders. So the good. Fast and stable networking with good internet speeds. Each node provides an Ethernet port which can be connected directly to for a more stable connection. If you need the signal to reach farther, you can add more nodes. Devices connect to the nodes closest to it, which is nice as they spread over multiple devices, not overwhelming the main router. This can connect up to 100 devices, which with my ever increasing smart home tech is a necessity. Add more nodes if you have locations with no Wi-Fi. It has inbuilt malware and intrusion detection, and the service is provided for 3 years, which is nice, but I'm not sure how much they would charge after the free period ends, as there's no info on the app also. Parental controls are a nice handy setting, allowing to block certain content for certain devices. We have the option to set restrictions for children, preteen, teen and adult. We also have the option to block access to websites we don't want users surfing to, which is great. QoS or quality of service settings allow us to prioritize certain devices to get the maximum speed when required. This ensures devices that need the bandwidth for work, maybe for office, don't have signal drops, and maybe during calls or other important office tasks, it doesn't drop the connection. The bad, you need to use the app to set up everything. Not a bad thing, but as a power user, would have liked more access via web interface, as there is only so much a phone screen can display at a time. There is no classification of 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz networks. Both are named the same SSID, and the node connects you to what it feels appropriate for your device. Only 2 gigabit ports, not a deal breaker for most, but I need to connect to a lot of network devices. The nodes also have their own gigabit ports, but they are in a location other than where I want to place my network devices. Most would be happy with 2, but I would have liked just one more at least on the main node. No USB ports, so no file server and wireless printer options available. If you need that option, it is not there. I have a wireless printer, so don't need that option anymore. The app is quite confusing at times. Options we need are buried under other options. Does need getting used to, but once you find everything, the app is quite robust in its own way. But the first few days are a bit confusing. It also does get very hot, which might be due to all that tech being crammed into such a small frame. Overall, I like the device. It delivered its promise on painting the whole house with Wi-Fi, and I get strong and stable signals everywhere. Mesh routers are getting cheaper year on year, and devices that used to cost more than 30k are starting to breach under the 10k price level. If you need strong, stable Wi-Fi, mesh Wi-Fi is the way to go. I will post another video of my experience a month later to indicate any problems if I have encountered any, or if it's still working great. So that was the video. Make sure to like, subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be informed when new videos are added. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.